What up, everybody? Good morning, superhumans. Thanks for joining me. I'm doing my first ever live review of a product. I've done a bunch of lives, done a bunch of reviews. I thought this would be just kind of a fun change of pace. What are we reviewing? We are reviewing this bag right here. This is the Boundary Supply Errant Pro. And I hope you have your questions ready, because we're going to go through kind of like every nook and cranny of this thing. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on. I guess you can't see it. We've got a bunch of different camera angles for you, so that way you can get the best view possible. All right. And if you need anything changed, just let me know in the chat. This took quite a while to like rig up. So let me know if it sounds okay. Let me throw on the chat so I can see what everybody's saying. Well, first of all, let's welcome everybody. Chris, thanks for joining from Northwest Arkansas. Ryan, it looks like Puerto Rico. Correct me if I'm wrong. Welcome, Ryan. That's freaking rad. Dustin is here in the SLC. God, Dustin knows. It went from, Chris says everything looks and sounds good. Man, it went from being like really nice here to pure winter within a matter of minutes. All right, so diving into the bag, like I've got plenty of time. So as many questions as you have, please throw them up there. Like if you got a question, please ask, guys. So Errant Pro. What is the Errant Pro? Well, as you can see, I am a bag guy. I've got a lot of bags. And right here, this is Boundary Supply's Errant. I don't think my desk is going to be big enough for what I want to do, and that's okay. And the Prima. And literally, if you took these two bags and took like the best features off of each bag and morphed them into one bag, you get the Errant Pro. Let's kind of go through some of this. It's got the top flap from the Prima. I'm just going to kind of work my way around the bag. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'm actually really kind of nervous. I'm like shaky and nervous, and that's why I've got like 3 shirts on and a sweater, so you don't see me like sweating through all of those. But we've got this top pocket from the Prima, but with these amazing Fidlock magnetic straps. God, I love these things. Like the Errant had a cool closure system, but this is better. And like, listen to that, guys. Oh, isn't that the most satisfying sound ever? You just lift up and that pops off and then you pull it off. But it's got a big ol' opening like the Errant rather than the Prima. The Prima zips down the middle, and then more magnets here, which is crazy. So you can see kind of like the edges here, they kind of tuck in, and that's because, can you hear that? There are more magnets right in here, okay? So there's one here, it's really flat, and one here, and that just cinches up the bag so it gets nice and, whoa, we're out of focus here. So we're gonna go back to this. But it just cinches it up so it gets nice and flat. And then you can fold that forward. You can actually see this top pocket right here, which is rad. Now they moved it down further than the Prima. The Prima's like top pocket was kind of up here. They moved it further down, and I really like it because it means it gives you better access to the inside. Pretty deep. It goes all the way to this edge, all right? There's also a second pocket held by a magnet that opens up, and this is all that recycled nylon material. So it's very soft and nothing's gonna get scratched. So that's kind of where like my sunglasses go, are in that pocket, all right? Now, on this side, still on the top side, they added a cool pocket here, and I didn't even realize it, but it's just Velcro. We've got some straps up here for lashing things on. And then once again, big pocket. This time it runs all the way down to the edge here. So you can see, like, it's almost my entire forearm, but it's flat. This would be something really good for like papers and stuff like that. Chris asks, is this the X-Pack version? And are you doing great? I am doing great. This is the X-Pack version. I don't know if you can, did we ever get focus back? We did. Can you see the material? You can kind of see the lines in the material. X-Pack version. Let's clarify something real quick. This is not a sponsored video. It'd be interesting to do a sponsored live video. Not a sponsored video. Boundary Supply did not pay me to make this. They don't even know. Well, I told Mikey this morning I was making it just to let him know if they wanted to join. Yeah, sorry, Chris. Chris says I can just make it out. Yeah, it's the contrast of the camera is really limiting what you can see. Maybe if I hold it up. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see the material a little bit better. Nice and close. There you go. That's a pretty good view. Anyway, so Boundary Supply did not sponsor this. They didn't pay for me to make it. I told Mikey this morning I'm making it, but they have no say in whether or not I like the bag or I don't like the bag. But they did give me the bag and all of the accessories I'm going to show you. Okay, so just FYI. Why am I doing this then? Because one, I do really like the bag. And two, I really like Boundary Supply. They also gave me this hat, and it's like the best hat I've maybe ever worn. They're local to Salt Lake City, and I love helping out a great local company. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's continue on. So we did top pocket. We did this outer quick access pocket. We've got buckles right here. You can see them. They kind of stick out, but essentially if you wanted to put like a yoga mat or something right here, that's kind of what it's for. So you can unbuckle this, lengthen these if you want, and then stick them back into these buckles right here. Moving on to the side, maybe the easiest way to go about this is that, no, camera one's better. We've got a water bottle or a tripod pocket. So if you've got a tripod, you can use this little side lash to put it in there. Now the website says 22-ounce water bottle fits in here. During the preview that I did with Mikey, we took my giant 40-ounce mirror bottle and put it in here, and it went in just fine. I wish all companies would use this stretchy, let's see if I can get it on here. You see this like stretchy bit of mesh here? That's so much better than like magnetic flaps or anything else. And it just forms around the water bottle better and feels so much more secure. I'm not gonna lie. All right, moving on to the back. We've got thicker straps. From what I can remember, Mikey said that these are the straps used in the Eris. Like I have pretty much all the Boundary Supply bags. Well, the backpacks anyway. I've got the Eris. That thing is so comfortable. This thing is super comfortable. It's got the same straps as the Eris. Now, on these straps, you're going to see the magnetic fidlock. Where did it go? There it is. Sorry. Now, these are extra. These don't come with the bag. It's got its own like quick release straps. It's a magnet, but these are like an upgraded fidlock magnet, just FYI. The cool thing about these is they're one-handed. Like when if I'm riding my one wheel, I can just like pull this across and pull it up. It also comes with like a stirrup, like just kind of stores it. So if it's in your way, you can just throw it up on your shoulder. So just know that this is extra. We can cover cost and stuff like those later. Hey, Chris, I just saw Chris asks, are those completely detachable? And let me know what you're referring to. Sorry I didn't get to this soon enough. Maybe you're asking about the bottom. If it's the bottom, no, because they're sewn in. They're sewn in right there. The bottom straps. Yeah. Okay. So Chris says the bottom straps, are they detachable? They're not, because they're sewn in right here. All right. So it's just meant to like lash something else to it. All right. So Fidlock, it comes with magnetic chest strap, but the Fidlock version is an upgrade, and we'll cover like prices and everything later. Like seriously, like I've got all the time in the world. That's not true. I have a few hours. We can cover literally everything. Back panel is like the Prima rather than the Errant. So quick kind of here we have the Prima and the Errant, and the channel, the back panel, the cushioning, the air channel right here is all much more like the Prima than it is the Errant, but it is different. But this foamy, meshy stuff, nah, that's not great. That's a little better. You can see how thick it is. It's super comfy. It's also got a pass-through for your luggage that goes back there. And on the other side, we've got a special, where is it? Can you see the zipper? This is going to be hard to see no matter the angle. But right here is your nobody will ever find this RFID patch or pocket. Okay, so that zips up. RFID security at its finest. Now, something interesting about this bag, this is something they took from the Prima as well, is this is going to be hard to see. It's kind of this structure that goes all the way around the bag. This is what gives it its structure. It's not necessarily a frame. It's not like a wire frame. And it doesn't go around the whole bag, but it covers kind of this back panel. Now, we got asked, does this bag stand up on its own? Yes and no. By itself with nothing in it, no. What I have found is that if you put something in it, it has to be weighty enough, because I don't know if anybody's ever like shown this. Okay, so here's that thing. You see how it's kind of like a bump and it pops out? It actually sticks out further than the bag. Now, if you put something heavy enough, they kind of level off and it will rest. But if it's not heavy enough, the bag will still fall over. Boundary Supply, this is how you know it's not sponsored. Not a huge fan. I love that it's got some support there, but like I would love for this bag to stand up on its own regardless if there's something in it or not. This is right now my favorite like everyday camera bag from Nomadic. It's the Peter McKinnon bag, and it sits up on its own. Everything is level, kind of flat. I would love that. I would love to just have a bag that can stand up on its own, regardless of how much weight I put in the bottom of the bag. So it's just because of that little structure on the Errant Pro, it doesn't do it. So that's just this little bump right here kind of causes that. So just so you know, do I have anything in here? So I've got some gym clothes that I used yesterday. And because it's just a little bit of clothing, there's not enough weight. The bag will tip. Even if like I try to like pull it out, it's because this bump goes past like the rest of the bag. I don't need to beat a dead horse here. All right. We've got grab handles on the sides. These things are just bulletproof. Lash points. There are lash points all over this place. Got another handle up on the top. But lash point, lash point, lash point. And there's like 30 of them. Lash point over here. Big handle, lash point. Okay. Side pocket. Oops. There we go. This they've taken from the Errant. This is kind of like that commuter key bag. It sounded like I said tea bag. But no, I said key bag, which is wrong. I've got the Boundary Supply little magnetic Errant key bobby thingy. Got a dog bag in there from Walking Henry. But that just slides in there like that. Magnets, because they're amazing. They put magnets all over this bag. And so now my keys just kind of latch in there. Zip it up. It's nice. Pull my keys out. So the Errant has that on the side, this pocket from the side, and they've also got those nipple clips on the top, and that's how you closed the Errant. But yeah, so here's the side pocket. Then it's separated out. You could put pens, something flat. There's honestly not a lot of space here, so you're only going to be putting like maybe like a couple of like debit cards, or maybe like an SSD, like a SanDisk, like drive, couple pens, your Apple Pencil, whatever. Zip that up. All right. How do we get into the bag? Well, since we're right here, we've got side access into the bag. It zips open into the bag. So I've got, like I said, gym clothes. That gives you access to the main cabin. This is an accessory they gave me. We'll talk about it here in a second. It's just got the hook and loop, like Velcro. The whole bag is pretty much coated in this hook and loop stuff. So taking this, and I can just like slap it on. And since I do a lot of like video stuff, you know, like I just put like SD cards and stuff in there. And then it's also got a zipper. It doesn't come with the bag, but it's like their little tech flap thing. It's meant to go in their camera case. We'll cover that here in a bit. But I just love that. I just like slap it in there. It's just kind of like their own Molly system. You've got another key thing on the inside of that thing. So I could like lash some keys here if I wanted. Just kind of like an interesting pull tab. So side pocket gives you access. We've talked about the fid lock. Bam, that gives you access to the bag. I mean, it's pretty deep. Like this is that's a big thing. So just so you know, I think the Errant was 22 liters. This is 30, and it feels quite a bit bigger. Like that was my only drawback or hesitation from using the Errant is that it just never felt big enough. It was a great like to and from the gym bag, or if I had just a few things, perfect. It's nice and light. The Errant Pro now feels so much more capable. It really is like if you're gone for the whole day, this is the bag you can take. Chris asks, can you? Oh, sorry, Hector Manuel Ocampo Lopez. Can you fit a 15-inch laptop in the tablet compartment? In the tablet compartment, I'm not sure. So moving on. Thank you, Hector. You've segued us perfectly. So we've had side access, top access. Now, like the Errant, but a little bit different. Where's my zippers? There they are. This thing opens up all the way. But unlike the Errant, this section is now closed off because of this like wall. All right. So you can get into this section of the bag. And I just love this. I don't know who the geniuses are at Boundary Supply that did this. I think it's Brad. Is it Brad? Sorry, I know it's not. They're all geniuses. Let's do that. Let's just call them all geniuses. But this is now sectioned off, which I like, because sometimes if you open the Errant, let me just show you. That's the joy of having all these bags, I guess. So if you open this up, the Errant was really floppy to begin with, but it would open and all of your stuff is here. And so it would just kind of like lava flow out. Blah. And you're like, God damn it. And then you'd have to like shove everything back in there. It's like a war movie where you're pushing the innards back into your fallen friend. That was, I didn't really like that. Having a wall is just better. It should be like some country's slogan. We're probably going to make it our slogan now. That sucks. So here's the wall. They ask, can you fit a 15-inch laptop into the tablet compartment? This is technically the tablet compartment. I don't know if you can see that. This is technically the tablet compartment. No, I don't really have a good view for that. I wanted to do a top-down view, but it was just posing way too many problems, so I apologize. I have a tablet right here, but I kind of need it. I would say no. 15 inches, no, but they've made this bigger, and it will now hold, gosh, I wish I had a direct line to Mikey, at least a 16, maybe a 17. Don't quote me on that, though. All right, let's get into this section since we're here. On this side, we have all of our cool, I'm a professional and I need to stay organized section. I will put my hard drives in here. These are like these little stretchy mesh compartments that you can kind of see through. Also, who isn't just stoked about the color selection here? The gray with the buckhorn brown just looks amazing. And honestly, this contrast makes seeing your stuff in poor lighting conditions even easier. I love that. So this is all pretty much exactly the same from the Errant. We've got pull tabs to these big pockets. I'll stick a mouse in there and a hard drive right here. Pop that open. Magnets. That's for your tablet. So I've got a tablet right here. You can't see it, but that's where I put that. And then your laptop goes in another nylon sleeve. And like I said, I know it fits a 15. I'm positive it fit a 16 because it was substantially bigger than the last one. Maybe even a 17-inch, depending on what it is. And it's got a magnetic closure here at the top. But true to Boundary Supply's form, they have over-engineered the shit out of it. I never use it. I've never needed to. It just doesn't feel like it needs to. Okay? So just FYI. But nylon, super nice, big, deep. This structure helps protect the laptop from like side impact, just FYI, and bottom impact too. So your laptop is going to be very secure in here. Now on this section, so we've got the wall here, and because of that wall, now we have a pocket. It's deep, it's very flexible. It's very easy to get in and out of. Zippers are great. I always leave this one undone, and that's because I'll usually zip open the bag and just open the top, and then I can reach right in there. But we've got this zippered meshy pocket. It's a great pocket, headphones, stuff like that. All this stuff that I used to put in here now, I kind of put in this top pocket though. All right. So do we have any other questions so far? No, that's okay. If you have questions, fire them out there, right? Like that was the big thing with this is in a typical review, especially if it's a really big YouTuber and you ask a question, man, it might be like 3 months before you get your questions answered. Then you buy the bag and then it comes to you and you're like, oh, this isn't what I wanted. So if you have a question, we can answer it like right now. That way you're like good to go. Also, let me type this up. They gave me a code. So is it all caps? Let me check. What does Mikey say? He says, is it Talbot 10? Yeah, all caps, Talbot 10. That'll save you 10%. So for the X pack, it'll save you like $34. I know that's not a grip, but hey, it's an extra like 34 bucks. All right. Newsom fam. Newsom says, love the live, brother. Want more of these. I mean, it's pretty cool. I think it's kind of a fun way to do a review, honestly. I love doing the other types of reviews, but one, it helps you out in that you get to see the product in scale, in real time. You can ask questions and get them answered in real time. And I love that. It helps me out because, yeah, I spend, I spent like 2 hours setting everything up, and then I spend like another 2 hours with you guys. And I love doing these. That's the best part about it, is the interaction. And then when you're done, it's done. Like, I don't have to like spend 15 hours editing a video. So it's kind of a win-win. So if you like them, this is the best thing you can possibly do. If you like this and you want to see more of it, hit the like button. That will absolutely help me out, and it helps YouTube out to know, hey, like the audience likes this. And so let's get more live reviews in front of their faces. Cool. I appreciate it though. Thank you so much. Let's see. Travis Greving asks, is the weight noticeable while wearing it? No. Okay, so here's the Errant. Here's the Errant Pro. This is lighter, but is it that much lighter than this? By feel, not so much. I do not know. Here, we can actually do this. So this is the reason I have the iPad. Is let's go to Boundary Supply's website. Oops. Did I not plug that in? I'll plug it in here in just a second. All right. Let's go to the Errant. Let's see how much the Errant weighs. The X-Pack version is 4.23 pounds. 4.23 pounds. The Codra or Codura version, so they have two versions. The X-Pack, oh, sorry guys, my bad. The X-Pack version of this is $339, 4.23 pounds. The Codura version of this bag, there are two versions, 4.65 pounds, so it is heavier by 23 grams, and costs $309. The Errant, the regular Errant, which they have updated, by the way, and this bag came out in 2018, and they have updated it. Let's see, specs. It is 3.13 pounds, so it's 1 pound lighter. So when you're holding it or riding with it, I can't feel the difference. Like, the cool thing about this bag, too, that we didn't cover, and I probably should have, it's got load lifter straps. It's got a waist belt now, a removable waist belt. So it's just so much more comfortable than the Errant as an everyday bag, if that makes sense. It just rides better and carries better. Let's see. Every dollar counts from Newsom fam on the discount. Yeah, it does. I mean, like, I hope so, right? Like, maybe we can start asking this question. Is this bag worth the extra $120 over the Errant? I think absolutely. This bag is great, but for the extra storage, the extra organization, the X-Pack material, like the life of this bag, even though I've had that bag for a while and it's an awesome bag and I love it, this is so much better. I love the structure to it. My stuff doesn't fall out. Like, that's a quality of life thing, right? Like, if you open your bag and stuff comes falling out of it and you're like, oh, damn it, and you have to like shove it back in there, how many times are you going to do that before you're like, I hate this bag? And I don't hate that bag, but I hated that scenario. That never happens. That might be worth $120 just by itself. But now that you get like this easy access pocket from the Prima, You get the Fidlock straps, which make it easier to get in than the Prima. Like, I think this bag is definitely worth the upgrade if you have either of those bags. It's just me. X-Pack material is freaking awesome. I think this bag looks amazing. It's 30 liters, which I believe the Prima is as well. Let's see, where is the Prima? I'm on their website, and I will show you here in a second. Prima system. Specs. The Prima is 30 liters, up to 38 liters with the Verge Connect. That thing just got kind of annoying and cumbersome. Prima's a great bag, love it, but this really is just kind of like the perfect love child of both of those bags. The geniuses at Boundary Supply did an awesome job. All right, so now that we've kind of covered those, can you show us the premium divider wall? Well, WKS, that was like, I was going to go right into the accessories for this thing. So they gave me all the accessories. Let's start putting them in there and see what's going on, all right? So, well, let's cover the accessories that are on the bag already, just to clear it up. One, remember the Fidlock? Like the regular bag comes with, I want to make sure, I don't want to screw this up. Everybody gets mad at me. Yep. The regular bag comes with a magnetic chest strap, but not the Fidlock chest straps. All right. So this comes with the Fidlock chest strap. If you remember on the side pocket here, this little tech camera case thingy, this does not come with the bag either. So there are two of the accessories. Bam. But two very much worth it accessories, because right now, this side flap is just kind of dead space. And when I'm on the one wheel or doing something, I want zippers and Fidlocks, any type of latch system, I feel like it just needs to be a one-hand job. There is a challenge for you, Boundary Supply. These zippers are really nice, but not all of them can be done with just one hand. Yes, I'm talking about an ease of use standpoint, but also for accessibility reasons. Not all of us are lucky to have both arms, working appendages. So if we can get zippers that can be made to be operated with one hand, I know that's a challenge, but I'm offering that challenge to you. So those are those two accessories. Let's dive into the others. Let me close this up first. How's everything look and sound so far? We doing all right? Also, I want to say we've got 20 people up watching right now. That's freaking rad. I would have never guessed a live review would have done this well. So if it looks good, sounds good, hit the thumbs up. It goes a long way, especially if you like this format. All right. What's super cool, I didn't even cover this, but when you get the bag, it comes in this bag. This is the coolest product bag I've ever seen. Let's see here. Can we show you what's going on? It's got all of the sketches that Brad has done to the bag. You could almost kind of want to keep it, and it's not cheaply made. This is a really nice, durable thing here. So check that out. So each of the bag and all of the accessories come in these different colored and sized sacks, and they're freaking sweet. All right. So modular shoulder straps, that is for the camera case. We'll get into that in a bit. This was for the divider floor. So we can talk about this one right off the rip. There is the divider floor. This is an interesting little product because you can almost use it as a catch-all for your desk, because it has little rubber. It's got a little rubber padding on the bottom. So when you put it on the table, well, not this table, but on my desk, it doesn't slide around. So it's a great catch-all. I can put random stuff in here and it's good to go. It's made out of the same material that the camera bag is made out of, the new one. Let's see. Can you even see? This might be a tough one to see. It's a macro lens. That's why I chose that one. There we go. You can kind of see it. You see how there's those circles there? Oh, there we go. Got some of those circles. This is their impact proof material, but it's crazy light. All right, so how does this work? Let's give it. Where's my bag? Oh my gosh, too many bags. If you guys are okay with it, I'm going to put these bags on the wall real quick. Just so I can clear out some of this room on the floor. I don't know if it looks it, but this studio isn't huge. All right, thank you. Okay, so how does this work? This goes into the bag, into that like mole system. And Mikey did this before for me and made it look so easy, and I'm not sure if I can do it. Oh, I want to cover this real quick, okay? Like, we're moving on to the accessories, but this is something that I didn't show earlier. What's cool about the divider wall is it actually comes out. So we do that, open this up, and this entire divider wall just Velcros and zips right out. So if you don't want that divider wall, you can just chuck it, which is pretty cool. That's actually probably, we should have done that. You'll notice on the inside that we've got more lashy systems. And it's kind of like a harder, thicker material here that kind of gives it some structure. I feel like they've planned something with this, and I just don't know what it is yet. They have other things coming out for this bag that aren't out yet, and they gave me a few of them, and I can't show them. So it's hard to be like, well, you can do this without like blowing my cover, if that makes sense. So we've got the Molly hook and loop on the inside. So with this, where did my divider wall go? The divider wall simply this hook and loop Velcro is legit, by the way. But essentially, how did Mikey do this so easily? Maybe he's just got Gorilla grips. I work on my grips too. They're just not like that. Good God, you might not ever want to put this in there if that's how gnarly it is. Okay. There we go. And essentially, you just stick that divider wall in there, and because it's got some rigidity, it becomes a shelf, right? So you can kind of layer this bag too, which is pretty awesome. All that work for that. You're like, yeah, we could have just imagined that, you tool. So there's the divider wall. Put that. What else do we got? This little guy, that's what the Fidlock chest strap came in. If you got any questions, let me know. Chris says, love that slow slider on camera too. It is pretty rad, isn't it? I just set some endpoints and away it goes. How are we doing, guys? Doing all right? Questions, when you have them, fire them off. I'm doing my best to get to everything. All right. Premium divider wall in the black. Let's open this up. Now, here we have it. This is the premium divider wall, and it replaces the other divider wall. You don't like use both of them. It's got the same type of like half moon pocket that the other one did. But as you can see, let's go to this guy. Far more organization. And the feeling I get with the materials and what me and Mikey were talking about with the mesh, this is like a great toiletry bag. So if you're going to use this bag maybe on a travel situation, this could be a wonderful toiletry bag. So the half moon opening on this divider wall, much more organization. We've got a water resistant zipper here with the water like proofish lining. So this would be great for like toothpaste. Oh, you can't even see it. Sorry guys, I'm not doing a great job. This would be a great spot for like your toothpaste and toothbrush. Okay, so I kind of think of this as a toiletry bag. I think that's what they intended it as, a toiletry bag. We're gonna put it in there exactly the same as the other one. The Velcro goes onto the side. This Velcro bit goes onto the other side. Like that. Maybe that wasn't the right. No, none of these are that great. Sorry guys. Again, top down would have been great. And then we zip it up. And that goes in the bag like so. I kind of like that black contrast. Is kind of cool looking. Now this pocket kind of replaces, you know, the pocket on the bottom of the Errant that was like your water resistant. Like after you got done with the gym, you'd put all of your crap in there, like all of your dirty clothes, and so they wouldn't stink up the bag. They took that out of this bag, which kind of bummed me out, but this is their compromise. If you put this in there, then you get this expandable pocket. You can see that it expands like so. So magnet, whoop, pop that open. And now you've got this massive pouch. And the way this works is you can kind of like loop it through and then hang it on something. So when you get to your hotel, you can put your dirty clothes in there and just kind of hang this and then store all of your toiletries. So that is the premium divider wall. Pretty darn cool. I really wish they would have kept the other pocket too, but maybe that's just asking too much. I'm a high maintenance customer, that's for sure. Bam, so that would just go in there like so. Zip it up. I'm not really gonna spend the time to do that. But that's the premium divider wall. Got some questions, let's hit them up. WKS, can the divider wall fit in a pair of size 10 shoes? Oh. Well, I've got size 11 and a halves, bro. So let's see. You're talking about this one, right? WKS, can I fit a size? Is that what you're asking? Because there's, I'm going to say no way on God's green earth. Well, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Size 11 and a half. Nike Air Max. Okay. So one of them goes in there. But will two make it in there? No, sir. That is not happening. So not intended for shoes. And with the size of shoe I wear, like I never really got those shoes into the bottom of the Errant anyway, unfortunately. But I know the average shoe size of a male in the U.S. is not 11 and a half. It's smaller than that. So can you get a 10 in here? Yes. Could you get 2 10s in here? Probably not, my friend. I'm sorry. But I guess that's what the extra 8 liters is for. And you shouldn't have a problem just putting it in the bag to begin with. Uno momento, por favor. Yeah. Okay. We got another question from Hector. Can you show, let's see, can you show us how does it look when you wear it empty? Yeah, sure. I'll model a bag. I wish I had like sexy music. Do we have sexy music? No, I don't think I have access to music. Oh, wait a sec. There's music in here. I kind of want to find it now. No, that's not it. There was a place where you could add music. Background music right here. Let's see. Down tempo, future pop, ambient, chill, lo-fi. What do you guys think of that? So put that on there. So here's the thing though, I don't know, because if I stand up, I don't think you're gonna see it anyway. That's completely empty. It doesn't look huge, honestly, right? It's not like gaudy. You guys tell me, what do you think? So that is kind of nice while I'm riding. I'll do that quite a bit. Just fling it around. You can unzip it, get right into the bag. Throw it back up. Bam! This is why I should never be behind the camera. Freaking idiot. Great question. What does the bag look like when you wear it empty? I'm assuming you want to see just like how big it is. I am 6'1", almost 6'2", 200 pounds even. Okay, so that is my size. So your mileage will obviously vary. Really cool idea on the divider wall. Yeah, I wish I could find one bag to do it all. Unfortunately, Chris, as you can see, so I'm gonna I'll let you in on a little secret. I bought another bag. I just got this bag and I couldn't help myself. I got a notification from Huckberry, a pretty cool website, that Peak Design did a version of their travel bag, which is an amazing bag, but it's huge. It's 45 liters. They did a 30 version in an X-Pack in a coyote brown. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta have it. And I really got it just so I could compare it against this. We'll see. Like after, I've got like 9 bags now, like there isn't, unfortunately there isn't a bag that like does it all. It's stupid. Let's turn this down, but I kind of like it. I'm gonna keep it in the background if you guys are okay with it. WKS says, yes, you guys are laughing at me for my modeling job. Let's see. Chris says, yeah, I saw that X-Pack. It looks awesome. I really wish Peak would do more with X-Pack. Me too. Here's here. Let's grab another very worthy everyday bag. I should go into the camera bag part, but go first. Like huge difference. These are both 30-liter bags. Being the owner of both, this aggravates me to no end. Well, wow, it actually stood up on its own, but typically it falls over. This bag is really cool. I will say this is the Peak Design Everyday Bag, version 1, I believe. This magnetic latch system right here is really sweet. And you can see that there are 4 different notches. I love it. You get a big opening with a shelf. The way they designed the organization of this bag is like pretty gnarly. Let's show you here. Bam. Okay, so here is the big old pocket. Like it's pretty deep, but because of these lash strappies, if you go really big with it, I can still hook it to here and it still keeps its shape. Now it's not the most secure bag in the world because it can come out. When I took this to Manhattan Beach, it just got so much sand in it. What I love about this bag though is it has the nicest zippers and this full length complete side entry. The everyday bag uses this very unusual camera bag divider system to like divide your bag. On a one wheel, this would be cool because I could like throw it over my shoulder and grab whatever I wanted. In other situations, it might not work, but this is an absolutely amazing bag. And I think if you get the version 1, you can get it for like 160 bucks. That's why I bought it. I found it on sale. It was pretty dope. And then you gotta like the look of it too. Like Chris says, the Peak has more jetpack vibes, and it sure does. The everyday zip is sweet. It definitely has jetpack vibes. It's very futuristic. So if you want something much more sleek, like to me, this is like tech badass. Like this is more rugged. If I'm being honest, it certainly feels more rugged than this bag. Like this bag feels like if military and Elon Musk got together, that's what we have here. This bag is if Elon Musk and George Jetson got together, they would make this bag. Elon just gets together with everybody, apparently. So the opening is huge. It goes all the way through. You can open up this other side as well. And now you can like reach all the way through. Okay. So it does that. Each of these side flaps have their own internal organization. This material is really nice though. Again, I like the contrast. You guys can see, like, I'm a sucker for like black and or like khaki coyote brown colors. We've got a nice zipper close here, so nothing comes out, but open that up, you have tons of organization. It's all stretchy material. And that's on both sides, but the organization is a little different on each side. So maybe, like if you're looking at the Errant Pro, you've probably looked at other bags as well. You're looking at the Errant, you're looking at the Prima, you're probably looking at this bag. So we're getting a good look here. So open this sucker up. We've got more storage. It's just different shaped. So a bigger pocket on the other side, a couple of smaller pockets on this side. What I also like about this bag is that there are two big pockets here on each side. They use the stretchy stuff, which I dig, right? It's stretchy. It's not a weak ass magnet. There is a magnet right here. You can hear that. So that's nice. It just keeps it flush. Put a water bottle in here, but it's not as secure as the Errant Pro. If you put a heavy enough water bottle, like, it's coming out. But it also, inside of each pocket, you get straps. I didn't even know that was in there. Is that something I put in, or what the deuce? That's a camera wrist strap. I've had this the whole time. You can see, like, I haven't used this bag forever. That is mine. It does not come with that. It does not come with an anchor. But it comes with this last strap, and essentially, if like you put a tripod in there, I'll show you. So here I've got a little travel tripod. Put that in there. I would wrap this around, and then I would lash it up here. Where did my lash go? Sorry, I've lashed it to itself. Somehow I screwed this all up. But anyway, you just kind of wrap this around and then secure it to the bag like that, and then tighten it up, and your tripod or your water bottle is like super secure in there. All right, so Peak design, it's got big top access, quick access with a pocket in there, if you can see that. So sunglasses or whatever goes in there. On the back side, I didn't even talk about this. We've got a really cool pocket. Like, I actually really like this top pocket. It's super easy to access, very soft. Like, this material is so comfy. JC, this is so comfy. Like, if somebody made a sleeping bag out of this material, sign me up. Bam. Got a divider wall for your laptop and your tablet. I will say though, and a lot of people would agree, it is almost impossible to like get your shit out of there if you put a laptop in there. Like, it's so tight. It just, don't even bother using it. Just love this pocket for what it is. It's a great big, very easy access top pocket. Last straps. These straps on the back, like your chest straps, are very thin, but they're surprisingly comfy. And then it's got a chest strap as well, but this one I don't like. It's like this weird hook thing. And as you can see, it's kind of a pain in the ass. So it's got this metal hook piece. And that just like hooks on to these like the edges of the chest strap. And sometimes it goes in and sometimes it doesn't. Peak Design and Boundary Supply are super smart people, and sometimes they're like too smart for their own good. Let's see. Chris also says, I really love the versatility of the Peak Design everyday bag. So easy to change out the dividers to fit whatever your needs are day to day. That's very true. So these dividers, I don't think I like even showed that, but it's just Velcro. So they come out. But what's really cool about the Peak Design dividers, and they kind of changed the camera bag industry, is that they're like these little origami. So they actually create pockets. So rather than one big shelf, you could have 3 separate like spots for things just by doing that. So I could put something all the way in, a lens, whatever, and then close this up, and that would secure it, and I have something here. The only problem now is if there's something in the middle, it's very hard to get. So kind of the system that most people go with is like creating shelves, putting them there, and then they just unzip the side of the bag and then grab whatever is on the side of the shelf, and the stuff in the middle is just like empty space. You don't use it. But you can do that on both sides. That's the other thing. Like, if you have anything in here, it's like, okay, now we've got to get this out, take this out, put that back in there, undo the zipper, and I can do the shelving system on this side as well. So I could have all these little compartments that I can access from both sides. It's an ingenious little bag, and for some people, it totally works, and for others, it's just kind of cumbersome. The reason I have so many bags is because you buy a bag and you're like, oh, this bag is totally gonna take care of me. It's gonna be my sugar mama, and then it's not. Because you get it, and then in your everyday use, you're like, I just wish it had one big pocket. I don't want these shelves. For some people, yeah, it's dope. For others, it's not. Chris says, yeah, it's a key fob. So, okay. So I guess it did come with the bag, and I just didn't even know because I'm a moron. Let's throw this up. So, there goes the hook. This is kind of the everyday bag I've been rolling with up until I got the Errant Pro, but it depends. Now, this is a camera bag. This is the Peter McKinnon everyday bag. I freaking love this bag. I love this massive top opening. Everything has structure. You can see that. Like, you get into this bag and it's got structure. So I'll set my camera in here, but you could use this as an everyday bag, and I bet you would be pretty happy. It's got this top flap right here, zipper. But that goes down. That is the main quick access. There's no other quick access on this bag. On the side, you've got your laptop sleeve. Holds 15 or 16-inch MacBook Pro, no problem. Very comfy, like nylwool, super soft. Nothing's getting damaged in there. It's got a lot of structure. Cody Wanner like threw his bag full of super expensive camera equipment out of his car at like 40 miles an hour, and it was unscathed. Main compartment. Open that up, and they use these like dividers that you can just pull in and out. So if you want to put stuff, like yesterday, I took this to the gym and I just put all my clothes in here and just rocked it that way. But you can get different size dividers, put them in there. They have frames. If you want to access the big pocket, you can do it from the back with this little magnetic thing. That's a dope bag too. And even though this is a camera bag, maybe it has, like maybe you don't want an overly organized bag, and so you grab this instead of the Errant Pro. Oh yeah, I dropped the hook thing. All right, so we've got one more accessory, and that's a good segue because this is the brand new camera case for the Errant Pro. Spiff says, hey Brandon, thanks for sharing the Pro. Not sure if you have already, but can you show the Mark 1 LT camera cube inside installed in the Pro? I'd like to see how the top opening and side door works with it. I've never put it in, so now is as good as time as any. Let's do it. Here's the Mark 1. Let's go over this real quick. Okay, so Boundary Supply. Here I'm gonna knock you a little bit. This camera cube is pretty expensive. I'm gonna find out exactly how much it is, but if memory serves me correctly, it is $130. Let's check this out. $140. It's $139, and it does not come with the straps. The straps, I believe, modular shoulder straps are $20. So for this, it's $150. Now it does become its own bag, but Boundary Supply for this cube in the cost, I honestly, you guys know I love you, but I gotta be real with you. I feel like I'm kind of getting, not me and personally, because you gave this to me. So perspective here, people. But if I was buying, I'd be like, yeah, I feel like you're kind of nickel and diming me. Like, if the bag can be a backpack, like since these, I mean, there's nothing like crazy special about these straps. They're comfy, they're thin, but like I feel like they should have been included. That's just me. All right. Spaceman Spiff also says, I just ordered it and it really should have come with the straps. It really should have. Okay. Ditching these straps off to the side, we have the main opening. This is the other thing that I kind of knocked them for. Like, this opening is just very small. Like, for me, being a camera person, the more tedious or the more difficult it is to get my camera equipment, the less I want to use it. Like, the less I want to use that bag, if that makes sense. And I've got to bring a lot of gear. Some of it's getting trapped. Now, what they did with this camera cube is give it different openings to negate that. But in practice, I would just much rather have like this whole thing open up, me personally. Now, what you get is a shload of dividers here. They're thick, they're super structured. Like, this thing's a beefer. You get some of these single guys here. I don't know if you, let's see if you can see this, but you would just like stick it in and it just stays vertical. And this is made out of the same material, that super light impact proof material. Bam, it even says it, impact protection. But you get 3 of those. You get some double benders, as Mikey called them, some triple benders, some double benders, and then you get the thin flexi walls. So you can organize this and design it any way you want. I'm taking all of this out of here. Just FYI. Oh my gosh, this room is getting so messy. So messy. Spaceman, thanks for the question. It was a great question. Remember, you can use the code TALBOT10. I'll put it back in there, and it will save you 10%. So if you're buying this bag with all of the accessories, you can save a grip of money, just FYI. All right, now on the top flap here, it opens up. I actually really like this flap. It's small, but it's got organization, and it goes this deep. So not where the pocket ends, it ends up going here, which is a lot. So you've got SD cards that you can throw in here, CFast cards, CF Express. If you're not a camera person, don't worry about it. You wouldn't be buying this anyway. But if you are, this is pretty great. Side access, which attaches to the door of the Errant Pro. And so you have immediate side access into the bag. So if you wanted to make a divider wall and just have something here, your camera, set it up accordingly. And then something that other bags don't have. Oh yeah, me griping about it not opening all the way. I just remembered what Mikey did to show me how to do it. And now I feel like an idiot. But there's also top access here, bam, that goes like that. Or now I'm gonna have to eat crow twice when I was like, hey Boundary, just make it a one big opening. You can unzip the whole damn thing, leave it open, and you get one big freaking opening if you want. So I am a moron, and I eat my words yet again. Like, how did I not remember this very specific moment? So that zips up. Velcro just covers that zipper, so it's nice and secure. But let's install it and see how it looks. Spaceman Spiff, I doubt I'll be able to put any camera gear because all of it is being used to film this. The only thing I would have is like a X100V, and that's really not going to explore the boundaries of the Boundary Supply bag. So yeah, you can buy these backpack straps and then turn this into its own camera bag if you want. Like, you could just walk around with this, and honestly that would be pretty legit. Like, it's pretty well cushioned. All right, so let's throw this in here and see what happens. Not really quite sure how to do it. Do I just, let's just go in from the top. That seems like that's the easiest route to go. Talks amongst yourselves here. I'm sure Boundary Supply is watching this going like if only he knew how to do this stuff. So that goes in there, no problems. Definitely gives the bag a little bit of structure, which is nice. So I've really just been using this bag as a commuter bag, not as a camera bag. That's kind of where I've grabbed that Peter McKinnon camera bag, or the bigger, like if I need to transport my whole studio, that's the bag I take for it. Side access, take that out. So it is a little harder to get to this pocket, but we would take that and maybe just flip it around like so that when you open it up, it's already open and you can just get into there. Sorry, I didn't mean to kind of like vanish on you guys. And then this would be a perfect accessory for that. Like, you need cards, SDs, it would just go in there like so. And then we could Sorry, I'm thinking about the top access here. So we've got top access. Can we get to that? Okay. Let's unzip. So this is kind of like one of those things. It's like, do it once and it sucks, but once you're done, like you're done and you don't need to worry about it. And then you have top access into the bag. And again, you would just fold open that flap. This is, it's interesting. If you want my honest thoughts on this, I don't think a top access bag is like the best way to get into this camera thing. It seems like your side access is going to be the main thing. But the problems I see, and Spaceman, like when you get it, try it out, you know, you can obviously return it if you don't like it. But this is very thin. Like if I'm trying to grab my C70, like there's no way. It's just not deep enough. So it almost seems like it would just be better on its own. Like if you're buying a camera bag, maybe don't buy like a $300 camera bag. Just spend $150 and get this thing. And then you've got like an actual camera bag. But just in that interaction there, like obviously I need to give it some more time to be fair. But because this thing isn't like massive, like it's a big opening, but it's not big enough for me to like see everything. I can't see all of my equipment. That's one of the reasons why I like the back zip. You just fold open the camera bag, I can see everything. So what I'm trying to say is, as a camera bag system, these two together, you might be frustrated. Is it high quality? It sure is. Is there a lot of organization? Sure. But I don't think you're getting the access to make it quick. So if you need quick access, maybe just get the bag, because there's lots of quick access if it's just the bag. Once this bag goes inside this bag, once the bag goes inside the Errant Pro, it might be a little difficult. Travis, yeah, he says, isn't there a pocket on the side flap to tuck the camera bag inside? There is, just FYI. I tucked it underneath, but I totally forgot until you asked. So what he's saying is, can this flap be tucked inside of this flap? And there sure can be, because this opens up. You see that? So this flap would tuck inside here. Does that make sense? So it's just like always there. So we could try it again. I want to give this thing a fair shake. And it's a great question. Like part of this is like, yeah, I've used it. I've used the hell out of it, but I haven't used the hell out of it with all of the accessories, because some of it just doesn't work for me, if that makes sense. All right, so we take this flap and we stick it in here, just like so. Can you guys see that okay? So I've taken the flap and it comes up into this little pocket right here, and then just Velcros on top. So now, when I unzip the bag, it just goes right into the camera bag. There you go. And that kind of feels like that's going to be the easiest access to all of this. To me personally, like, did I do something wrong? I don't think so. Maybe it's this damn wall. Did I like F that up? No, I didn't. I can see it. Sorry, something just doesn't look right, and I want to make sure I'm not a giant jackass. Everybody's like, this guy is a shit show. Looks harder to get into the top than the regular Errant. No. Not really. Like, the regular Errant is pretty easy, but because of these fidlocks, so is this. So I prefer this system over the Errant because those little nipple clips on the Errant weren't always super accurate. Like, you had to have the bag actually pretty full for them to be like, whoosh, and work. This bag, you can be a lot like less accurate and it's still latch on. So I get what you're saying, Spaceman Spiff, but I would politely and respectfully disagree. Okay, let's get back to this bag, because something isn't sitting right with me. I guess it's just because I don't have dividers in it, but then there's also this pocket here. I'm really confused. Okay, so to me, it feels like it's almost upside down because the top access is up here, but from the bag view, when I go into it, I'm getting this piece, and I shouldn't. Something's very confusing, and I probably look weird. Maybe take off the straps. Yeah, dude. Okay, so I will say this. These straps, once you get them on, they are not fun to take off. Unless I'm doing something wrong. It's almost always, Brandon, you're doing something wrong. I'm being lit up right now. Everybody's like, God damn it, you idiot. You're not even using the bag right. Okay, so take off the backpack straps. Ugh. Can't wait to give this video to the editor and be like, make 47 shorts and reels out of this thing. There's lots of content here. Who knows how long we've been going for? An hour and 23 minutes, holy moly. Here's a good point in the video to ask what cuss words would make you leave, because I'm about to use them all. Haha! One down, one to go. Let's see, is it the straps? That's what we're working on. Hector also says maybe if you take off the straps and put it in from the back opening instead of the top. We're gonna give everything a roll. He says, I meant for the roll part at the top. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about, like, or at least I think that's what I'm talking about. For me, the Errant Pro is much quicker than the Errant as far as like top access. Spaceman says, really was hoping to pull my Nikon out of the side and also be able to pull my gimbal or drone out of the top area. I'm a little concerned with the top part. Okay, well, first of all, Spaceman, as you can see, like, this could totally be user error. And the people at Boundary Supply aren't dumb, that's for sure. I am not a fan of this, though. Like, this webbing is so wide that I don't have really enough room to play with this. There we go. Okay, so all the straps are off. Hector suggests just opening up the bag and putting it in that way, and that's a great suggestion, and I probably should have done that from the get-go. Okay, so here's the deal. This was designed for this flap to go into this flap, right? However, the side of the bag that you're left with is this side with the pocket side. Does that make sense? It's not the mole side. This is not the side that you're getting access to. You're getting access to this side. So you only have mole on half of it. So in my brain, I'm going, well, now I don't have like all of the space for the dividers. Does that make sense? Am I making sense to you people that are watching this? Or do I sound like just a complete moron? Maybe that's why you watch, just to see a guy like fumble around for an hour. Okay, but let's try it anyway. The side access is on that side. It's got to go in that way. No, that's not right. It has to go in that way. That's what I'm talking about. So if you put it in this way, the way it should be put in, you're not getting access to the mole bit. One more time, just to clarify. You're not getting access to the mole bit. You're getting access to this bit. And to me, that seems super backwards, because now the stuff you want to access from here, you can't because your camera gear is on top of it, right? All right. Hopefully that made sense. Let's discuss. Hit me up with your questions. Did that make sense? Did I explain that well? Maybe it's a good thing I didn't get the straps. Okay, so here's what I will say. The Errant Pro might be the best commuter, everyday professional's bag I've ever used. It is, I mean, it's wintry. This thing has come off my back on the one wheel while I'm doing like 18 miles an hour. Slam it into stuff. Like, this thing is built like a tank. It's insanely comfortable. I love the access that it has. Is this a great camera bag? Probably not. If you could figure out a way to put like a super small camera pouch to make it like an everyday camera bag where 60% is clothes, food, snacks, laptop, tech stuff, and then you've got like your X100V, couple batteries, that's where I think it would crush it. But with that camera bag, I almost feel like just buy the camera bag and avoid this, or use the two separately. They didn't feel right together, if that makes sense. It just, I would much, if I'm gonna buy a camera bag that's gonna hold more camera stuff, but I want an everyday bag, I'm gonna get the like, this is just so much easier if I just show you. Like, if I want a great camera bag that I need to put enough stuff for a day, I'm not putting clothes in here, I'm just putting camera equipment, I'm going this. This thing is the best like everyday camera bag I've ever owned. But if I need like an everyday commuter bag, clothes, access, organization, bomb proof, maybe a little bit of camera equipment, I'm going with this for sure. Let's see. Spaceman, do you happen to have a Mark II LT or the Mark II to fit in the lower section of the Pro? I don't. Sorry, amigo. The only other camera bag I have from Boundary is the one that goes in the Prima up there. That's also a great camera bag. I don't even know if you can get it anymore. So the Prima to me is like a better camera bag than the Errant Pro with the camera stuff. But because of the way the Prima opens, it's also kind of frustrating. But I think we covered most of the accessories. We definitely covered the camera cube. It's a great camera cube. This thing is made so incredibly well. The design is rad. The straps, other than this frustrating bit, and again, it's just like me not using it. Like, that was my first time taking on and taking off the straps. Mikey did it. He did it so quickly. I just didn't do it very well. Let's see what happens now. Put that in there. Yep, see, that was a lot quicker. But maybe that's the thing, like it's easier to put on than take off. That goes on there. Oh yeah, just not a fan of this design. Like, the webbing's so thick that it makes the space to put the strap on a little harder, but I got it on. So this thing in and of itself is pretty rad. They did a great job designing it. Did they do a great job of designing it to integrate into the Errant Pro? Maybe not. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Holy moly, this room's gonna take a while to like clean up. That's okay, we're having fun. Hector asks, the normal Errant had a strap to stop the back opening from going all the way. Does the Errant Pro have it? Were you the one that asked me this in the preview? Okay, so I thought I clarified this. Maybe you're talking about this. Maybe you're talking about this little magnetic guy, and that's to prevent the zipper from like coming all the way down. You don't need it though, because like the zipper has enough tension that like this is just Boundary Supply over engineering their shit again. It is satisfying though. Does the Errant Pro have it? No, it does not. So it's not there, and nor do I think it needs to be. Could be completely wrong. If you're talking about this, however, though, so on the Errant, when you opened it up, there was nothing here. So if you opened it up, all of your stuff came out. On the Errant Pro, if you open it up, it has this, the divider wall, which sits right here and zips up and secures everything in there. So if you open it up, nothing comes out. Let me know if that's what you were talking about. I was tossed up between the Nomadic and the Errant Pro. I want something that could be used as both. Unfortunately, the Nomadic is very specific with what it does. It's a camera bag. Could you use it as both? Sure. It could work like that. I think the Errant Pro is going to do a better job of that, though, honestly. And price-wise, let's see what the Nomadic is. Nomadic backpack. The Peter McKinnon Everyday Nomadic pack is $300 without any of the dividers. I think, so like if I go the divider with 2 small cubes or 1 large cube, you're looking at $370. So just for that large cube that I had in there, $370. If you got 2 small cubes, then you're looking at $390. So I got, oh, it doesn't even come with dividers? Nomadic, man, that's harsh. So to get the bag with just dividers, the camera dividers, is $335. 1 second, guys. I can make this so much easier. Now you can just see what I'm looking at here when I'm talking, and I think this is actually kind of important. Plug this in. Bam. Show me. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. That was weird. Okay. Here is the backpack on its own. You see that it's $299, so $300 just for the bag. But if you want the dividers, this little divider kit, there's an extra $35. If you want the dividers plus 2 small cubes, or the dividers come in the cubes, you're looking at $389. If you're looking at one of the large camera cubes, now you're up to $370. That's a lot of money. What does, actually, let's try this. I want to see something else. Peak Design. Let's check out the Peak Design Everyday. So everyday backpack, you're looking at $280, and it comes with those dividers. So that's kind of the cheapest option if you're looking for an everyday camera bag. And Spaceman, maybe, like, if you don't have the everyday, maybe this is something you look into, because as far as cost, it's covering you as a camera bag, it's covering you as an everyday bag, because these dividers can do so many different things. Maybe that's an option. It's $280. Oh, that was for the 20 liter though. To get a 30 liter bag, you're looking at, oh, is that the only difference? Wow, it's $20 difference. So it's $300 for, a 30 liter version. I meant to hit that. So the difference is $20, 30 liters. You got 4 different colors. I'm partial to black, but this is for the version 2. I have the version 1, so this one they've made a little bit better. $280, and it comes with the 3 divider walls. But you can kind of see, like, it's got pass-through, lash straps on the back. There's the 2 different sizes. Anyway, it's a pretty capable bag for sure. Maybe that's the way you go if you're looking for both, and that's what your budget is. If you go the nomadic route, man, you're almost up to $400. If you go the Errant Pro X Pack with the camera cube and the backpack straps or whatever, that's $150 plus $330, so you're $480. The Errant Pro for sure though is the best made. Like, it's the lifespan of that Errant Pro is going to be longer than me. That's for sure. Let's go. Okay, so now we've got. Thank you so much for going over to the camera cube. For sure, man. That was the point. I think that's where this live review is actually pretty dope. We can, like, really get into the weeds about stuff, and thankfully I have enough bags that we can compare stuff, right? Does Boundary Supply sell their cape? Sorry, Sebastian. I don't know if you're saying cap or cape. I just don't know what you're asking there. Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to know. Yeah, so the Errant Pro has that divider wall in the middle. No longer does your stuff come flying out. I love it. And you can change that out for the premium divider wall. So there are 2 different types of divider walls you can actually put in there. This thing, if you weren't around when we were showing it, is like a really nice toiletries bag. This unzips and unvelcroes, and magnets. There's magnets there, and that becomes like your smelly, dirty clothes section if you want. Stuff that, magnet it up, zip it back up, and that just goes right in here as a divider wall, as opposed to this divider wall. Hopefully that made sense. Let's see, what do we got? Nomadic, its customer service is top notch and worry free. I would agree. So the big bag up there in the top, boop, boop, that one, that's the that's like the weekend bag. That's the really, really big bag. Like if I need to take almost all of my camera equipment on a trip, that's the bag I take. The problem with that bag and most of their bags I've found is like their stuff breaks. So thank God they have great customer service and lifetime warranty. But going back to that, I'd had that bag for like a year and then the zipper just broke. Like I was using it and it just like came off the track. And I hit them up. I was like, hey, this broke. And they were like, can you send us a photo? Send them a photo. And within like 2 days, I don't remember filling anything out. They just had a new bag on my doorstep. I was like, holy smokes. I'd had it for a year and they replaced the bag. No questions asked other than, can you send us a photo? It was cool to see you in the Whoop ad. Yeah, I felt pretty honored that they would ask me to be in that. You know, I've produced, not a douche. I've made quite a few videos on the Whoop. You guys know how much I love it. Like, I'm always wearing it. So for them to finally like acknowledge and be like, hey, do you want to be in this like 10-year anniversary thing? Hell yeah, for sure. Fun fact though, they gave me like 8 hours to make that video. And then after I made it, they switched the, like, originally it was supposed to be like 1 lifetime membership. And then they switched it to 5 10-year memberships. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I got to reshoot the A-roll. It's kind of a mess, but it was cool. Hopefully, has everybody seen the Whoop video I did, like the 24-hour challenge video? You know, the video didn't do well. YouTube's an interesting place. The video did not do well. It kind of tanked. It did worse than like my worst case scenario predictions, which sucks because we put so much time into that video. But if you haven't seen it, please go watch it. That video is pretty gnarly. Let's see. Spaceman, I already ordered the Errant Pro via try before you buy with the camera. Yeah, that's what's great. Like the try before the buy. So here's my prediction for you, Spaceman, is you're gonna get the Errant Pro and be like, this bag is freaking sick. And you're gonna look at the camera cube and be like, this is freaking sick. And if you try to use them together, you might be frustrated. But you're going to see how amazing the Errant Pro is by itself. You probably just end up keeping it. That's just my prediction. The Peak Design bag is fantastic. It definitely has a very specific look if you want like the George Jetson jetpack look. Peak Design makes cool stuff. I haven't had the best interactions with their customer service, to be honest. They just take a long time to get back to me, and then they weren't very helpful. I know that's not the case with everybody else, because I've had awesome customer service with Boundary Supply, and some people are like, they have horrible customer service. And I think that opinion, whoa, my mic got like super. Can you guys hear me better now? Like the mic somehow just like flopped all the way down, and I didn't realize it. So Boundary Supply only has like 5 people. Like they're super small compared to a Nomadic or a Peak Design. And so generally where people get upset about their customer service is just the time it takes to get answered. And I will say it's long, and that's because they are super tiny. Yeah, that one was really nicely produced. Thank you, Venmo. Venmo, yeah, I got that right, I think. Maybe it would be cool if you guys tried it again. I would love to try it again. With like I said, YouTube's weird because, so Whoop sponsored the video, just FYI. Basically, they essentially paid me to get there. I had to take care of everything else. So was it a profitable sponsorship? No way, because I ended up breaking a DJI Avata. It lasted 8 seconds. There's $700. I ended up losing a GoPro. There's another like $400. I shattered a brand new iPhone 14 Pro Max. That whole situation was nuts. And then I sliced my toe open and had to go to the ER. And so there's another like $1,500 for an ER bill. So it wasn't profitable and it didn't do well views wise, which it's kind of like made this thing. It's massive. We spent a week shooting it. Well, we spent 24 hours shooting it, but months to prepare for the thing, and then 2.5 weeks to edit at like 8 hours a day almost. So it's one of those things where was the experience amazing? Yes, it was, but was it worth it? From a production standpoint, almost a no. So it'd be cool if we could do it again, but I would be like, hey, whoop, I'm going to need way more money. Or for shit to not go as wrong as it did. That's why I was turned off PD stuff. I was not overly fond of the look. Yeah. As you could, maybe you get that gist from me. Like, not only does it have to be a good product, but I want it to look cool. Like my individual psyche, like I want like it to look a certain way too. So form and function. All right. We've done this for an hour and 45 minutes. I'm trying to think of, is there anything else that you would want to know about this? Actually, I do have something that I want to show you. Let's go back to Boundary Supply and let's go over, this is the regular version. So remember, you don't have to spend $339 to get the Errant Pro. In the X Pack, you can also get the Codura version. It's a little bit heavier. We're talking 0.23 or just like 23 grams. Okay, so not a lot. Colors are a little different. Mikey brought both the black and the olive green. For me, I'd go solid black in this situation. The olive green, there just wasn't enough drabby olive color for me. It's cool, but I'd go all black. Let's check out the accessories. I think, where are they? I do love that you can get the try before the buy. I thought there was an accessories compatible. Here are all of the accessories. Ooh, the Adventure Waist Belt is compatible. This thing is dope, and I might get one. The reason I love it is it has the Fidlock magnetic thing instead of the buckle. Oh, hell yeah. Plus, it's got 2 zippered pockets. It's super comfy. It is expensive, but quality of life, definitely. The auxiliary compartment, this hooks onto the back of the Errant and just gives you quite a bit more storage. There's that coyote brown. They go to like the navy and the black again. But as you can see right here, all of that stuff fits in there. So that's pretty dope. How much was it? $70. The CB1 camera insert. So from the original Errant, that also fits in there. We actually tried it. I grabbed mine and put it in there and it totally worked. And Mikey was like, oh, hell, I didn't realize that would work. Divider floor, we showed this. It's like a catch-all plus a divider floor. So you could make shelves kind of like you can in the Peak Design bag with this thing. And it's only $14. The port kits both work. Here's the EXM 6 liter. That just straps onto the back, I believe. Your key clip, this thing's pretty dope. Like, I kind of want to just get one of those just because it's both, it's just the carabiner style, which I really like. We looked at the Mark 1. Here's that premium divider wall again, $50. So you got a rain cover for it. I don't know if I would ever use that. And I'll be honest, like it rained like freaking crazy here the other day. And I wore this like outside on the one wheel going to the gym. I got soaked. Not a drop got through. It's got those really nice. These sorry, my iPad's kind of like in the way now. But these zippers are all water resistant zippers. They're almost watertight, like nothing got in. So you could get a rain fly, I guess, if it gets kind of crazy. I don't know if you need it though. The small tech organizer, that's this flap right here. $19. Doing the best I can to kind of keep up with all these camera angles. Here is the small tech organizer. Come on, baby. Why aren't you focusing? That's frustrating. Small tech organizer. So zipper, Velcro. It just goes right on to the bag because the bag is covered in that Molly stuff. This thing's rad. I would definitely pick that up. Tech case. Oh, their tech case is dope. If you guys don't have one of these, so good. It is pricey, but oh my gosh, I love it. It's got the nipple clip thingies here. But the organization on this thing is legit. I just find it fun to use. The zipper is wicked good. X-Pack hold fast tote. I mean, it's like it's a compatible accessory. Well, it's its own bag, but it does fold up nice and stuff. Like, so that's compatible with anything. But give me all the X-Pack. Just give it all to me. X-Pack is so nice. I love it. It's just so bomb-proof and everything. I went with the all black. Looks pretty tight. Very nice. It does. It looks so good. A lot of their products is sold out. Is that normal? Yes, it gets sold out. Okay, so here's a couple things. One, supply and demand and supply chain issues are massive right now. I know COVID happened nearly 3 years ago, but my wife is also in manufacturing with her Whole30 company. Like, they do salad dressing. Like, everything is affected. Soft goods and textiles, almost all of it comes from overseas, and it's a son of a bitch right now. It takes forever to get anything in. And given that Boundary Supply, one, uses higher quality materials than virtually anybody. Everything is blue sign, which is the highest level of quality and certification, not just of the materials, but the environment in which the product is manufactured. Just like the Fidlock stuff, that stuff is so expensive. So you look at their bags and you're like, wow, it's pricey. Well, when we talked to Mikey, it was like the bag should have been even more money. It was supposed to be like $380 or something like that. If they were going to make a profit. Like, their profit margin is so small in this bag because everything they use is so pricey. All of those factors, along with the fact that there's just 5 guys, like, they're just a little, it's not slower, but getting stuff from them is just harder than getting something from a Nomadic, a Peak Design, or a generic like Walmart, because they're massive. All right, hopefully that makes sense. But I've never, that's the thing, like, once I've got it, as you can see, like the Eris, I've probably used that bag the most other than my Errant, and now the Errant Pro. The Eris is an amazing travel bag. Like, if you just want it for clothes and stuff like that, Mikey uses it as a camera bag. He just puts a Peak Design camera cube in there, a big one, and it works really well for him. For me, I didn't really like it as a camera bag. But that thing is built like a tank. It's super light, super thin. The material they use on it is unreal. It's got the comfiest, like, harness system and frame. Love it. Like, that bag was expensive. It took a long time to get because of the, like, Kickstarter and whatnot. And there are things that I don't like about it. I'm not a fan of the, like, hooks on the outside. They never worked very well with their accessories to me. I don't care one bit. I love that bag, and it's gonna last like 20 years. Easy. Oh, sorry, I already did that. Spaceman says, oh, I didn't realize it was only 5 dudes. Yeah, it's super small. They had a few more, but now it's just 5. Do you think you could use a Mark II, bottom of the tech, with the tech pack at the top? You know, that's a good question. Give me a sec, spaceman. Let's see what we got here. I'm trying to remember which is the Mark II camera cube first. And I don't see it. The MK2 Lite. Let's try another source. We'll just Google it. Boundary Supply MK2 LT. Okay, I remember that. And the question is, do you think you could use an MK2 LT at the bottom with the tech pack at the top? Yeah, I do. From a size-wise, yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, that's what in the Errant. Yeah, absolutely, because this is bigger than the regular Errant. So I don't see that being a problem at all, spaceman. It's also kind of hard to find the right accessories on their site. Yeah, let's go back to Boundary Supply. That's why, like, if I were to go to a bags, take me to bags. So let's say I wanted to get an Eris. So it says specs, included items. Like on the Errant Pro, it gave you all of the accessories. And down here, it kind of like tells you what are the accessories that go with it, like the travel kit, the stasis sling, the rift pack, the tech case, the MK1 camera cube. So I'm pretty sure I have that camera cube because that's the one that came in the Prima. Yeah. Rift pack, rift camera kit. So, I mean, they kind of goes together, but I understand what you're saying. I kind of get your drift for sure. I'm trying to think of. I was really bummed that I didn't have that Peak Design Huckberry collaboration. That bag sold out so fast. It's a 30 liter. Oh, I can show it to you. It's pretty dope. But I'm going to be comparing it to the Errant Pro. Huckberry Peak Design. This is the bag. Oh, God, hit me with an ad right off the bat. Leave it be. So here's the Peak Design travel bag. It's a Huckberry collaboration, 30 liters, not 45, special colorway X-Pack. The Peak Design travel bag is an amazing bag, but it's 45 liters. Like, it's massive. So I ended up getting this. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's not here today to kind of like show you, but I wanted to do a comparison between this bag and the Errant Pro. They're the same size, same material. They're two of the best bag companies out there. I thought that would be a home run. Let me know what you think. I think that bag's going to be sick. It's just got one big opening, right? Like from the top. Is there? I think there is a side opening. I could be wrong. Let's look. But it basically just opens like that. So it's got a different opening system than the Errant Pro. So there's the pocket for your like water bottle or tripod. I think it's just one big pocket. I don't see a side zip on there. So excited to get that bag in tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Huckberry backpack looks sweet. I think so too. Especially for the fall, that's going to look pretty rad. Chris, he's back. I'd love to see a comparison of the two. Did you also get? Sorry guys, my concussion's killing me right now. I'd love to see a comparison of the two. Did you also get one of the Peak Design camera cubes that fits into the 30 liter travel bag? I haven't yet, because I really kind of want to just see if it's an everyday bag. Like I said, I've got the Nomadic, this bag is my camera bag. If I'm doing anything camera oriented and I need to take my R5 or the C70 or the Komodo, like I'm taking that thing. If I'm doing commuter stuff, this bag. Guys, I really can't, like, maybe I haven't said it strongly enough. This bag is so damn good. It's so comfortable. It looks amazing. It's built so freaking well. And as a commuter bag, like, here's the situation. I'm on my one wheel. I use that thing a lot. You can see it right there. I use that thing a lot. I'll put like 15 miles on it, 20 miles in a day on it. No problem. Like every day. I take that. I take this. I'm headed to the gym. As soon as I get done with the gym, maybe I want to go grab lunch at like Taqueria 27. So I go out for lunch. While I'm there, maybe I need to like do some stuff on social media, whatever. I get done. I can go to a coffee shop. I've got my laptop, my tablet, like everything that I need, hard drives, everything like that. I can be out for the whole day comfortably, plus have enough space for all my dirty clothes to go in there. Like I can take pretty much a whole day, do all the professional stuff that I have to do, and everything is secured and super easy to find. Like the Errant and the Prima will just be on the wall for looks. This will be used heavily. So the Peak design, this Huckberry, as cool as it is looking, it already has huge shoes to fill if it's going to beat the Errant Pro. It's really hard to understate just how good the Errant Pro is. With some of those accessories, not all of them, with some of those accessories, this guy, the chest strap, the Fidlock chest strap, the Adventure waist belt, that's going to make it even better. The advanced divider wall, there's, again, where is it? Did I not put it in here? So there's something in this bag that I can't show you that's super legit, that goes in the Errant Pro. Like I can show you this because it doesn't even have a name on it. Like it's unnamed. But this will eventually come out also awesome in the Errant Pro. That's what I love about it. It's like modular, freaking rad bag. Spaceman says, I would love to see a comparison too. I definitely will when I get it in. I don't normally ask for things. I'm pretty blessed. I'm pretty fortunate. The fact that I can do this as a job, let's be honest, as a 40-year-old man, this is kind of ridiculous. So, but I'm going to ask anyway. Guys, if you liked the video, if you thought this was informative, entertaining, whatever, just hit the like button. If you want to know how YouTube works, that like button is the biggest driving factor that helps a channel out. You could send me a super chat with $20. Cool, thank you. That will not go as far as a bunch of likes, because the likes basically tell YouTube hey, everybody likes this, get it shown even more. And then that just gets this channel and this video out to more people. So if you like this video and you want to help me out in any way possible, if you thought that this video helped you out, hit that like button. Is that secret thing camera related? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to text Mikey right now, and I'm going to see if he'll let me show you. He'll probably say no. Mikey, I'm literally texting him right now. Can I show the, can't even say it. And we wait. Is it camera related? I guess it could be. I don't think on the nose it is, but it could be. Spaceman, I love all the questions. Everybody, we still have 12, which blows my mind. You know, you look at 12 and you go, that's not a lot. Doc gets like 50,000. I'm not Doc. But sometimes I have like 3 or 4. And so for everybody that's hung around this entire, I mean, we're talking 2 hours and 5 minutes of peaking like crazy. Everybody's ears are just blown up. You know what? We need different music because I'm so pumped right now. Let's go future pop. I hope this doesn't suck. Tempo, ambient, chill hop. Everything's so like, I wanted some pump me up music. Anyway. Mikey says, not yet. Well, shit. You're not supposed to go for it. Drum up some hype. Do it. If they ask if it's an accident, you should have. I don't want to get him in trouble. I will say, okay, so this is all I'll give you. It goes in there with nipple clamps, and it is 2-sided. This was similar to one of my favorite accessories they've ever offered from Boundary Supply. That's a revamped version, an even better version. That's all I can show you. So I don't want to get Mikey in trouble. And he's like, you're not supposed to. I don't want to burn bridges here. Anyway, yeah. So is it camera related? It can be, but like I said, it's not directly for camera. It's not like a camera cube or something like that. Chris says, gotta run, really enjoy the live review. I smashed that like button. Thank you. And I'm subscribed. Chris, thank you so much. Have a good one. We will. You too, buddy. You too. Spaceman Spiff says, sweet. It is pretty rad. That's, again, the Boundary Supply really is like looking out years ahead of time. The guy, I think Brad is the one that makes it. You know what? I'm gonna like hit. Let's try something real quick. Do I have to like log in? Will this log me in? No, it didn't. Let me try one more thing real quick. Hang tight, hang tight, hang tight. Trust me, it's gonna be worth it. Did it work? It still didn't work. Okay, we're gonna have to go to this. So, bam, bam. We want this one. We're gonna go to Instagram. I'm gonna show you the genius designer behind Boundary Supply, Brad. That's Brad made. Come on, focus camera. It won't do it. Can we do it on there? Oh, that's too bright. Oh, guys, sorry. I'm a rookie. None of this is working. This is killing me. His name's Brad Meyer. I really wish this freaking camera would work, and I don't know why. But Brad Meyer, Brad Made is his name. He's the genius behind Boundary Supply Design. What I love about them compared to other companies is not like they're just making a bag here and now. Like they made the Errant Pro and they go, okay, it's got to be compatible with stuff we made 3 years ago, and it's got to be in the vein and system of things we're going to make 3 to 5 years out in the future. And so they create all of these like magnetic latches and systems in place so that they can do that. I think it's really ingenious. Not very many people are doing it. Like the Nomadic bag, like that's not compatible with really anything. You're just buying cubes and you put it in there and There's nothing like special about it. It's really well made and it looks cool. And from a user experience, it's great. Peak design. There's not much of that in there either. Like they have great pockets and these dividers and stuff, but they're not, none of that stuff feels like it's made to handle something 3 or 5 or 10 years in the future. Boundary Supply does, and it kind of feels like they're the only ones that are doing it. Spaceman, I'm stoked about it. For sure. Oh, Boundary Supply also made this hat. And I've asked many people, what do you think of this hat? Because this is a style I don't typically wear. This is the best made hat I have ever owned. Yesterday, we were shooting a video for like a upcoming Apple Watch iPhone thing that we did. Magnetic strap in the back. Guys, magnets. Oh, glorious. It's totally water resistant, and I didn't even know. It was raining like crazy, ended up snowing, and it just beat it up. And the girl in Chipotle was like, I really like your hat because it's sparkly. And I was like, what are you talking about? It's sparkly. And I took it off, and it's all the water beating up. Like, it didn't get wet at all. It just, the stitching, the little touches on the inside, you can't see these like little graphics on the inside. It's just legit. Like, they are amazing. And if they ever got to a point where they were like 30 or 40 people deep and they could keep the level of quality, design, workmanship into their stuff, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine how good it would be. Anyway, I think I found what it is in his sketches. Really? Really? I'm looking. Spaceman, Spaceman, Spaceman. If you did, you are quite the sleuth. Anyway. That's why I like Boundary Supply compared to these other brands are doing awesome jobs with their bags, but it kind of feels like they're living in just the here and now, and they're not thinking about what you might have bought in the past. I guess it's a gripe with so many of these companies. It's not just bad companies, it's so many people. It's let's make a new thing and disregard the thing in the past. Like, do they just expect us to have $400 we can throw out a bag every single year, every 2 years? Like, that's a shitload of money. I can't tell you how much money I've spent on bags. Like, it's stupid. Like, I have stupidly spent stupid amounts of money on stupid bags because now they just end up on the wall and I don't use them. But Boundary Supply is going, all right, they bought this bag 5 years ago in 2017, and it had these systems in there. How do we still use those systems in our new bag so all of their accessories transfer over? I don't know if any other company in the bag industry is doing that. There are a lot of bag companies out there, so I could totally be wrong. But the ones I've interacted with are very much like, here in the now, this is what we're offering, and we're not really looking to the future because we want you to buy this bag. We don't want you to have a bag that's going to last you 5 years and then give you accessories 5 years later that work with that old bag, so you have no reason to upgrade to the new one. Boundary Supply does, and I think that's rad. Well, we're sitting at 2 hours and 15 minutes. I kind of feel like I should let you go because most of you also have lives. I've got to get rid. Oh yeah, I got to pick my kid up in another like 3.5 hours, but tearing all this down is going to take a while. I am more than happy to field some questions. You can ask me questions on these bags, on those bags up there, studio, camera, whatever you want. Let's do like a 5-minute lightning round, and maybe after that, we'll just call it a day. Sound good? If you've got questions, hit me up. love it. I just got a bunch of texts that I can't answer. Anybody got some questions? We're going to do 5-minute lightning round. 5-minute lightning round. Oh. Just ordered some stuff and it just showed up at the door. Unfortunately, one of which is not the Huckberry bag. That would have been rad if it showed up early. We would totally unbox that thing. But it is in transit and it is in Columbus, Ohio, unfortunately. Boom, boom. Let's see. Spaceman, that's a great question. How's the warranty with Boundary Supply? I don't know the specifics of it, so let's find out. Scroll down here to the bottom. Warranty. 3-year warranty. Let's see. Yeah, so there you go. 3-year warranty. Obviously, there's going to be some like limitations. So make sure you go over that. Okay? Bam. Spaceman, great question. I was surprised they don't have a lifetime warranty, but then again, I've like never needed it. I've had look at the Errant. Look at this thing. Does that look destroyed to you at all? Nope. Yet this bag is 4.5 years old. I've used the shiz out of that bag. And it's got a little bit of staining, but we're talking no frays, no tears. There's a little bit of fraying right there, but the nylon is in like pristine condition. I mean, I can sell this bag other than the slight bit of wear there. The Aris beat the hell out of it. It's great. So yeah, surprised they don't have one, but like I haven't needed it. And they're also, 5 guys. It says, to be honest, some of the stuff I read was negative, but I understand that's part of growing startup, especially KS ones. Yeah, so it's funny. If you didn't catch the preview that I did with Mikey, so Mikey works for Boundary Supply. He was here in the studio. We went over the Errant Pro and just kind of like showed it off. How I got in touch with Boundary Supply was a horrible customer service issue. It was like a thing where they like, I didn't purchase a bag and yet somehow I did. And a bag was sent to me and it was like the wrong bag, the bag I was even looking at. Like I think I bought one and then canceled it. And they ended up sending it anyway, but they sent the wrong bag. And it was, and then the customer service they had at the time, because it's a different team, was not great. And the owner of Boundary Supply reached out and was like, hey, let's talk. Like, why don't you come into Boundary Supply and let's actually talk about what happened. And he kind of showed me how everything works, how they operated, and how that they had like scrapped all of the bad customer service people, replaced them entirely. And since then, they had to downsize again because of COVID. COVID like nearly wiped them out, nearly bankrupted them. They got bought out by, I think, one of the co-founders. And so like the core people are there. And so the customer service issues that they're having, I've heard they're having them, I believe from the stuff that I've read on the customer service issues, has to pertain to not unhelpful or just poor customer service. It has to deal with like long lead times. Like, hey, it took you like a week to answer my email. And from talking to Mike, he was just like, dude, we're struggling so hard. Like instead of having like customer service people, we have one person that's doing like all of these roles and they're also doing customer service. but they just hired 2 dedicated customer service people. So all of those issues should be caught up to quite quickly. I don't work for Boundary Supply. I don't have any affiliation other than I really like them. And I get to see the behind the scenes stuff more so than most people. And so I'm pulling for them. I want them to do well. Yeah, I'm biased towards them because they're cool people. But do they have their problems? Yeah. Like I just told you, like they made this bag, and although it's a wonderful bag, like why didn't these come with it? Like I understand you're small and you're struggling and this stuff is super expensive. I'd have rather seen a $150 price point with the straps included rather than a $130 price point with $20 straps, if that makes sense. The feeling I get is just that on this particular thing, I'm being nickel and dimed, and I hate that feeling. I've bought many KS products in the past, so I get it. I know it takes time to fix those things too. That's why I pulled the trigger on the Pro today. Yeah, I didn't realize. I just put 2 and 2 together. KS's Kickstarter. I don't back anything Kickstarter anymore unless it's been heavily vetted. I ordered a set of lenses off of Kickstarter because the company has gone through like 8 other successful campaigns. But a couple of years ago, I did a massage gun review and I featured 2 guns on there from a company that ended up being a total scam and scammed people out of $1 million in backing. And ever since then, I just flat out like, hey, any company that asks if you are in a Kickstarter or a crowdfunding stage, I will not review, I will not show, I won't do anything until that thing can be bought on a website. So the way like this was Indiegogo, the way Indiegogo is set up, they actually profit from scams. So they have no interest in actually rooting out a scam and holding that company liable. This company used Indiegogo, was a total scam. Indiegogo makes, I think, 10 to 15% off of their campaign. So they made 10 to 15% off of that campaign, which was almost $1 million. The company left that company intact, didn't send out the product to anybody. Everybody is destroying that. They made another company, literally just copycatted everything and changed the name and started another campaign and was bringing in more campaign contributions. And I reached out to Indiegogo and they just didn't give a shit. They were like, here's all the evidence that this is a scam, but you're going to cost us like $100,000. So shut up. So I just don't bother with Kickstarters at all anymore. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Guys, let's wrap this up. We're almost at 2.5 hours, which just boggles my mind, but it was so much fun. For the last time, if you thought this video was cool, I mean, look at this. We got 1 camera. We got 2 cameras on a freaking slider here. We got our 3rd camera, which is great for focus about right here. We got chill, pop, I don't know that was a genre, music in the background, switcher, answering questions, 2.5 hours long. If you thought it was fun, entertaining, insightful, hit that like button. That is the absolute greatest gift you can give to me, this channel, if you want to support. Thank you so much for watching. We are going to wrap it up. I will catch you later. Oh, wait a sec. Before I go, let me know if you want to see a live unboxing comparison of the Errant Pro. I guess maybe that's how I should send it off. This bag is freaking rad. And even though they gave it to me, would I buy it? For sure. So if you're thinking about this bag, if you are on the edge and you end up purchasing it, you will not be disappointed one bit in this bag. This bag is amazing. I would also suggest if you can shell out the extra $30, get the X pack because it's just crazy strong and it will last longer and it's a little bit lighter. But if you want to see me compare this, we could do another live review comparison between this bag and that Huckberry limited edition collab with Peak Design, that Coyote Brown 30-liter travel bag. hit the like button. Let me know in the comments. And that way we can get this thing rolling again. When that comes in, maybe we can do it next Friday or whatever. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. Thank you so much for everything. Oh, wait a second. Shit, I almost signed off. I want to make sure I answer this question. How do you rate the Pro to the standard Errant? I actually, for the last 2 weeks while I've been using this, I've been swapping out every day between the regular Errant and this one. Okay, so the regular Errant is this bag. Sorry, it's still open. Regular Errant Pro. How do you rate the Pro to the standard Errant? I know you probably haven't been actually questions 1 to 10 rating. This bag was like my favorite everyday bag of all time. It took me a while to get used to the system, but once I did, I freaking loved this bag. How do I rate this compared to that? This bag is all of the best parts of that, plus all of the best parts of the Prima. And because of it, it's so much better. It's so much better. You're not giving up a ton of weight here. Like, this bag isn't cumbersome because of its weight. It's more functional. It's easier to get into. It's better made. Like, the materials are better made. They're going to last longer. It's more comfortable to wear because of the straps, the load lifters, the belt. Like, I don't know why you'd buy an Errant at this point. I would just get the Errant Pro, even with the updating. Been awesome. So appreciate you taking the time out of your day. Excited to see more. Sweet. All right, guys. I appreciate that, Spaceman. Everybody that joined and asked questions, it was wonderful to have you. We still have 10 people watching, which absolutely blows me away. Maybe one day we'll have like 1,000. Wouldn't that be crazy? Maybe not for a bag. I don't know if people watch bag reviews. 1,000 people watch bag review. Maybe if I was on fire, just like put some of that like special effect gel on and light myself on fire, like my hands on fire, and open up a bag. Maybe we get 1,000. But anyway, I'm stoked. Thank you again for watching. I will catch you later. Peace.